Hey guys, what's going on? It's Steph here. I hope you've been well. I know I have. And I have got an awesome episode in store for you today. It checks all the boxes on everything that you could want to dig that's early American and colonial. At least for me anyway. Not to mention, I found a coin that I haven't found for 519 days before I found it in this video. And I also have a very special giveaway ready for you today, but we're going to discuss that a little further down the line in this video, so stay tuned. So without wasting too much time, we're going to hop into this week's episode, but first, as a reminder, I am no longer with Calico Metal Detectors, and now I sell proudly and exclusively through the Digger's Den. You can see my reach info below there, and my code to whatever side of the screen I put the graphic on. I can't remember right now. If I'm honest, I'm kind of rushing to get to a dig, so let's keep going. Be sure to let me know if you need anything. It's always best if you reach out to me at the information below if possible first. So without further ado, let's hop in. Okay, different field today. Nicola is out with me with Petrie, and we're kind of heading towards that hill up there. It's a mix of cornfields and hay fields. And I got a 14 signal, 6 inches down. And I think it's a suspender ledge. I don't know. This is weird. I took a quick look at it and said, nope, 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 turn the camera on. Huh. I would have to assume that's what it is. And it looks pretty fancy, so I will come right back. Okay, I brushed it off a little bit, and I can actually see a patent date trying to come through. It's something, I don't know if it's 95 or 25 August. It's not usually the order it's in if it's for the year, so I don't know. Anyway, so maybe 1925. That would make sense, wouldn't it? I don't know. I'll clean it up better when I get home, and if I find something different, I'll let you know. So Nick came up to show me something, and she had the fines case backwards. And I said, you know what, let me get my reaction on camera. It's got to be something awesome. What is it?
Unfortunately, it broke, but it's...
Oh, no, but it's all there, though.
Yeah.
I can't swear on camera. Anyway, so I haven't said what it is yet, but it's a mid-1700s complete shoe buckle. And I know I got one recently, but I would like a big one like this. Oh, you jerk. Where was it?
Way up there at the top of the hill. We're back up there.
Wow. Okay. Well, I've got a suspender clip for the day and like 3 bird bands, so I got that going for me. All right. Well, I just went bottom feeding where Nick said that she dug her complete shoe buckle. And I got a 13 to 14 signal. Finally, it's been pretty slow up here. And I believe I have a tom back button, which I do. Oh, it's still kind of like shiny. Has a yellow shininess to it. I don't think there's a pattern on there, but hey, that's cool. I'll always take a tom back. Well, Nick's definitely ready to go home. We were just kind of signal testing this spot, see if it's worth coming back, kind of getting some artifacts from here to figure out how old this place is, because it's just public property. Anyway, so I got a 19 or 20 signal, which has been, you know, for the afternoon, a couple hours we were here, bird bands, which are very annoying. But I think I actually have a relic down here now. I took a peek at it, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. But I think it might be a buckle. I think it might be a piece of crap. Oh, I thought that was going to be one of those really early buckles. Nope, it's a piece of lead. Frustrating day for me. Oh well, that's how it goes. Alright, next target is a 14 signal. Came up on the Knox, about 6 inches deep. And I already flung it out. And we have a big old button with a shank. We like that. Doesn't always happen. I can already tell it's tom back. Ooh, is that thread? I wonder. Nope, it's just a stick. Let's see, we have anything on the front? I don't think so. Oh, wow, that's a really nice one, though. I mean, this is like a dandy-sized tom back button. Don't see those come up every day. All right. So that kind of does it for part 1 of the video. Nick was content to go home the moment she dug that shoe buckle, because if she digs one thing, she's ready to leave for the day. And after digging about 20 bird bands and a couple of buttons, I was kind of ready to skedaddle as well. It was also a very hot day. But this is a good time to bring up that giveaway I just mentioned. So in case you're not a huge YouTube fan and you don't watch a ton of digging channels, maybe you haven't heard of this before, but if you do watch digging channels, you've definitely seen this. This is Chris Altman's From the Ground Up. This is an awesome book. I am so proud to give it away to you. He sent me a copy and one to give to one of you guys. It's just awesome. It's packed with information on coins, relics that you can dig depending where you live. It's just, the graphics are awesome. I absolutely love it. I need more time to crack into this myself because I'm dying to just read it from cover to cover. And what's great about this book, as Chris has actually described it, is it's not super duper in depth. It's an easy read, and it also gives you a good introduction to what you can expect to find kind of depending where you live. So that's the long and short of it, and here's how you can enter the giveaway. Number 1, you have to be subscribed to this channel. If you are not subscribed, you're not eligible. Sorry. And number 2, you need to leave me a comment that just simply says Spanish silver. Why would I be telling you to comment with that? How about we keep watching? But before we keep going, as an ever-present reminder, if you haven't already done so, and especially if you want to win this book, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss a thing in the future if you like what you're watching so far. Okay, back to another hunt now. This is a different day, and boy did we get on it. All right, gorgeous day out here at the cornfield. We've got Richard over there, and Nicola's slowly making her way into the field. And I just got an 18 signal, and you can see it there, and it rang up just as it should. Nice musket ball. Let's see. I don't know if it was fired or not, but hey, awesome. So apparently Nick just got a copper on the way in. We got that S-eating grin going on. Does that mean you have a Fujio too?
No, it's a nice one though.
Ooh, looks like a well, it'd be nice if I were in the frame, huh guys? Sorry about that. Looks like we have a drape. Is this something ridiculous on the other side? It just feels really, really, really thick, like a Liberty cap. Let's see. Nope, just a really nice drape bust. Wow, 1802, I think. That has got very nice details for being in a field. That's incredible.
Wasn't that deep either, it was right there.
Really?
Nothing really
Wow.
in this field.
Yeah, it's only usually a few inches or so, but
Oh yeah, that thing's drying up nice. Nice job.
it is pretty.
Awesome.
Congrats. Lucky. Okay, so we're in a different area now. Richard and Nick are up there. It's been tilled, which is exciting, but we haven't found much out here. I did get a 9 signal, and I'm desperate, so I'm digging literally everything. I actually have a little button down there, which I have not thoroughly looked at yet. Let's see. Want to focus? There we go. Looks like a 2-piece. And with no front. Cool. Not really. I hate when they're missing the front. That drives me nuts. Kind of looks like the back of a ball button, though, and I found one in this field before, so it's not inconceivable. All right, I'll let you know what's next. Well, it's been hours since I've checked in last. Nicola and Richard left, so just have the field to myself. I don't know if I was in another field that abuts this one last time I checked in, or if I was in this one. But anyway, I finally have something old and desirable again. It was a 17 to 18 signal, very solid, 6 inches down, and I see the shank of a button with some gold gilt coming through, where it was. So let's, oh wow, look at that. Whoa. I wonder if there's something special on the other side. Doesn't that look like a rattlesnake? That's what I want it to be. If it is, I'm going to completely flip out. Maybe it's just a fancy back mark. I'm kind of afraid to flip it over, but let's go. I going to be careful with this since there might be something on the front. This isn't coming off very easily, so I'll be right back. All right, well, I cleaned off the front, and unfortunately, I think it's just kind of like a basket weave pattern. I don't think it's military, and I say unfortunately because look at the back. That's a very, very similar back mark, if not exactly the same as the one that is on my United States infantry button from the War of 1812. So that's why I was hoping maybe some type of eagle might reveal itself, but no, it just looks civilian. It's still cool though. I really like the back mark. That's definitely how I'm going to display it. Okay, I'll be back with you if I find something else. Hopefully. Guys, it's been about a year and a half. But I think I finally have some Spanish silver. It's been a long time. It's right there. There. I have barely looked at it. All I can see is that it's a really thin. I'm bringing up a 20 in the Equinox, and it looks a little smaller than a dime. So that lines up. And we've found reals in this field before. It's just never been me. So very carefully, I'm going to pluck this. Pluck this. Very careful. It's so thin. Oh man. Is the other side gonna confirm? Yes. Oh my god, it's been so long. That's amazing. That's so awesome. That's my favorite thing to dig in terms of coins anyway. Oh, it is a Spanish half real. That's the reverse. They flip it like this, which I poorly demonstrated. That's going to be really wiped, but I'll see if I can get a date on there, and hopefully there will be a bust going through once I spray it. But that is amazing. That just makes my day. It's so great. I really wasn't having a lot of faith out here today. It was definitely a tough one for a dig. I mean, you never really have a bad day when you're digging, but wow, that just totally kicks it up a notch. Okay, I'm going to spray that off and come right back. Okay, so I sprayed it off, and it's in worse shape than it looks. It's actually really worn, but I love it anyway. This is I'm trying not to scratch it, sorry. This is a 1770 something, I think, Carlos III half real. So this would have been equivalent to 5 cents back in the colonial era before we had our own half dimes and then nickels. That is amazing, and hopefully it'll clean up a little bit better at home. I'm just going to let it sit in water and maybe just a touch of lemon juice, but oh, that makes my day. I knew something had to pop up since I was having kind of a rough day. That's awesome. Well, now I might have something else that's pretty cool. Surface find right there. That looks like it's either worked or it's musket flint. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to lean musket flint on that one. Yeah, that's exactly what that looks like. That is really cool, because we do know that during the Revolutionary War, some of the French troops marched through here on their way to Yorktown. So that's really cool, really relevant to where I am, and yeah, awesome. I love finding flint. And just quick before I put the camera away, I did dig a lead button that was maybe a couple lines behind me. I'm doing perpendicular lines again. It's just easier. The coil doesn't get all caught up, and it's a wider swinging area that way. Anyway, let me confuse my camera some more with the focus. But yeah, I have a nice lead button. That's going to be pretty early. No saying if it's military or not, because I can't see anything on the front, but just wanted to show you that while it's not windy. All right, well, that's where the day ends, and unfortunately, that was the last time at the Field of Dreams. That was a great site while we had it. We no longer have access to it, but talk about going out with a bang. Spanish silver. I haven't found any in that lapse of 519 days. Definite high note, and I can't tell you, I actually guessed that it had been 500 something days since the last time I dug Spanish silver, and I wasn't far off, because I actually did count the days with a little application. I can't remember what it's called, and it was a 519 day gap. So that always gets the blood pumping. Super exciting, and we're gonna hop into a wrap up right now. Okay, it's wrap up time. Let's go over some of the stuff I didn't film. We have this piece of pottery here, which I had forgotten last week was called Westerwald, and that is probably 17th century, so that's a really good find. Love finding porcelain and pottery on the surface, as you know. Also have a little rivet. I hate those. They sound great. This really thick piece of brass, I don't know what it is. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. It's clearly broken right here, but God, that's like 6 or 7 millimeters thick, so I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd be curious to hear what you have to say. A little drawer pull that I didn't film. I wasn't convinced that we were getting on it that day, so I kind of almost gave up on filming until I found a bunch of other stuff. So that's what that is. Tiny little drawer pull. And this is pretty cool. This is probably pretty old too. This could be 18th or early 19th century. This would have been a folding knife. The blade is broken off and most of the scaling has come off, but this is bone right here. So that was a pretty cool find. This just may be part of old spectacles. I don't know, the part that goes over your ear. I could be making things up, but that was the first thing that came to mind when I found it. And a couple of musket balls. That's the one I filmed. I don't think I filmed that one. They were just kind of back to back. And then that little suspender clip. Where are we? There we are. It just says patented 25th or 25 August. That's all I see. So again, not really sure if that's 1925 or the 25th of August in another year that I can't read over here. It's just not coming through. I used the brass brush on it, and it really didn't help matters at all. So we'll just say that it's fairly old. Let's see here. There's a couple of Tomback buttons. This one I just love. It's got like this reddish, rusty kind of color throughout, and just perfectly shiny. I did wax this one up with some Renaissance wax because it was just so nice. And it's like almost a dandy sized. So I really, really like that button. We've got our other Tomback there, the smaller one. The back of the ball button, so you can see the shank coming through there very clearly. And I don't think there is a back mark specifically. I think it's just a design, but I can't really tell. Your guess is as good as mine. A nice lead button. And what I don't think I mentioned in the video, the footage anyway, when I was in the field, is that this was like 6 inches away from the Real. So it's kind of fun to think about if they were lost at the same time. Not really sure. And we'll get to the Real in a minute because I know it's what everybody wants to see. This really cool button. Like I said, I'm going to display this probably with the back mark facing up because I think that's just a beautiful back mark. And then the front, you can kind of see it if the sun hits it just right, which I don't think it is right now. It's kind of a basket weave pattern. You can kind of see it. But the back is really what's beautiful about that button. So I'll definitely display it that way. And on to the find of the day. Beautiful little half Real. It actually didn't clean up too bad, so you can see the shield clear as day there. And then Carlos has seen better days, but if you hold it in just the right light, you can see it's clearly 1781. Very, very common date for Reals, at least for halves and for 1 Real. So I'll probably display it this way. I just love the crest on the back. I always have with Reals, and I love the design of these coins. That's why I love to find them. So not a bad day. Oh, and we almost forgot our little worked piece of Native American flint of some kind. I was corrected when I posted this on Facebook to say, I thought it was musket flint, and a lot of people chimed in and told me I was wrong, which is fine because I'd rather have a positive ID on something. So this probably just came off the material they were working with. Not really sure, but still a cool piece. And overall, very nice hunt. Okay, well that does it for this week, you guys. And as always, I really hope you enjoyed this week's episode. And remember, get out there, save what you can, do what you love. We'll see you next week. Oh, wait a second. I forgot to mention, that's when I'm also going to announce the giveaway winner, next week's video. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and we'll see you then.